Hey guys, Seth here with Crush Jeep. Doing a walk around our 2022 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon 392 in limited edition Tuscadero pink. This vehicle's in great condition, as you can hear, runs and drives, and it sounds mean. Of course, you got the KO2, 35-inch tires, color match fenders and hardtop. This one comes with those KC lights on the top as well. Beautiful, beautiful Jeep. Front and rear steel bumpers, rear parking assist, rear camera, blind spot monitoring, keyless entry on the front doors, and the tailgate. I mean, this vehicle's in great condition too. A little bit of rock chipping here on the protector on the paint for the fenders. Other than that, very, very clean truck. As you can see right here, there's a little bit of white that is just going to be polished, that is scattered about the vehicle. But taking a look inside of this thing, all-weather floor mats, leather seats in great condition. Of course, you have the drop-down heads and the drop-down seat itself. You've got your unlimited space back here, the extended trunk space, your two USB-Cs, as well as your 115-volt 3-prong plug-in, all fully functional as well. I'll tell you what, I can't find a single scratch in this paint. Of course, you have, once again, that keyless entry. The vehicle was on remote start, so it did just turn off. You got your keyless entry on the front and rear doors, your swing up rear windshield, opening up this unlimited with all of that beautiful trunk space, and your Alpine premium audio subwoofer back here, giving you a deep bass driving experience. You also get your bag to carry your front section of your hardtop. Now, this one does come with the, once again, those steel bumpers and the parking sensors. And what's special with the 392 are these golden hooks and golden trim throughout the vehicle. You do get the Mopar reinforced tire carrier as well, with the nice big LED taillights. Very, very nice vehicle here. Once again, with those BFG KO2s, still in great condition. A little bit of rocks in there. Taking a look inside the passenger side over here. Still a little bit of polish on the vehicle, a little bit of rock chipping in the protector. Taking a look at the seats, in mint condition, almost like new. No staining, no denting, no scratching, no scarring. And something like this, this is just all polish left on from our cleanup process. Take a look inside the passenger side. This beautiful 392 Rubicon with that beautiful stitching and all the bronze stitching throughout the seats as well. Very, very good condition. Now, you do have adaptive cruise control, forward collision warning, as well as that blind spot monitoring. Once again, those golden hooks on that steel front bumper, winch ready. And of course, you get your extra little fender flares on the 392 to protect you from those bigger tires throwing stones. Taking a step inside the vehicle, we're going to go over some of the features this thing has and turn her on. Starts right up. I do have the sport exhaust on. I'm going to pop that off, make it a little bit quieter for us. Starting off with the dashboard, we do have 29,194 miles. Looking at our center console here with our entertainment system. We do have our media tab first. This is going to be our AM, FM, Sirius XM, and Bluetooth, as well as Apple CarPlay and Android Auto capabilities. This one is also equipped with navigation, so we can pull up our map at any point in time. Next up, we have our climate tab. Now, this is where we're going to be accessing all of how the vehicle works with your comfort, including just right down here with the push buttons as well. Looking at the screen again, we've got our temperature for our dual zone AC. We've got where we're having it blow. We've got how hard it is down at the bottom with our heated seat and steering wheel control. We also have our front and rear defrosters with our AC, max AC, recirculate, and auto AC. And if we tap this controls button or that controls button, we get to our heated seats and steering wheel, as well as our backup camera, mirror dimmer, and settings, which you can look at your backup camera at any point in time while driving. Next up, we do have our Uconnect apps. Now this is going to have every button and every link that this car has to offer, including our off-road pages, which is going to be the bread and butter of our Jeeps, especially while, well, off-roading. It gives a lot of really good information at a glance, and even helps while you're on the road on your daily drive, on your commute to work. Just takes a second to load up. We got it up now, and what we're seeing here is our steering angle, which is updating with the wheels and tires being turned. You can see them turning on the screen as well. You've got your electronic sway bar and axle locker, as well as your rear axle locker and your transfer case. This vehicle does have both 4-high auto and 4-high part-time, as well as neutral and 4-low. Front and rear locking axles, their off-road plus and electronic sway bar. The screen also shows you your accessory gauges, which helps you understand what your vehicle is doing and the temperatures of everything going on, as well as your oil pressure. Now next up, we have our navigation tab. So with the navigation tab, it's very easy, very plug and play. You just throw in the address, what you're looking for, tell you which current street and which current city you are in. Next up, we have our phone tab. Now this is where the Bluetooth is going to be. This is also where your Apple CarPlay is going to be. And because this is Apple CarPlay compatible, meaning that it is going to be wired and not wireless, you just plug in right down here into this USB or USB-C, or you can plug into this hidden USB in your center console. Now finally, we have our settings tab here. Now the settings tab is of course going to have all of our settings, all the things that we can change with the vehicle: safety and driving assistance, mirrors and wipers, doors and locks, seats and comfort, aux switches, which you do have 4 programmable auxiliary switches that comes with the towing group, and that's right down here behind that shift knob. Right now, those programmable auxiliary switches are set up for these KC lights that are lining the vehicle, and you can change them for other things as well. Now coming to this center screen here on our dashboard, once again, we have our mileage there. We've got our speedometer first up. Next up, we have our vehicle info, including oil life, battery voltage, the tire pressure, the coolant temp, trans temp, oil temp, as well as oil pressure. I like to keep it on my tire pressure to see what's going on while I am driving. Next up, we have our off-road page. Then we have our driver assist and our fuel economy. We also have our trips info with our audio, our messages, and our screen setup. Now coming down to the steering wheel, we do have our paddle shifters for our sports vehicle here. We've got all of our buttons to select what's going on the screen. We've got our phone controls. We have our adaptive cruise control and regular cruise control. And on the back of the steering wheel on this side, we have skip to the next song or the next radio station, and we have the volume up on this side. Looking down to my left over here, we have our auto headlights. We have our fog lights, our ambient lighting, as well as our dashboard lighting. We also have our power adjustable and defrosting side mirrors, which if you see that little triangle there, that is going to be your blind spot monitoring. Up here, this big old box, that's going to be our forward collision warning and our adaptive cruise control. We have our auto windows right here, auto down and manual back up, with rear window control and child lock with that little scroll wheel. Push it down, they can't move it. Pull it up, they can. If we look right here, we also have all of our push buttons for our AC, including our dual zone. We've got our heated seats and steering wheel. We've got our front and rear defrosters, our AC, recirculate, our auto, your off, how hard it blows, and turn that back off. One more down here, we've got our mute. We've got our sport exhaust, which if we just take a little listen here, very slight noticeable change. Next up, we have our traction control, our hazards, our parking sensors, our downhill descent control for off-roading, and our screen off. With our front and rear locking differentials, the off-road plus electronic sway bar, transfer case, and gear selector. All with that gorgeous, gorgeous bronze trim for the 392. I'm gonna take a quick step outside, do one final walk around. And that 3 honk tells me that the vehicle is still running and the keys have left. Take a quick walk around here. The sport exhaust is on, meaning that this is going to be the loudest it will be at our idle. As we can see, the undercarriage is in great condition as well. Beautiful, beautiful vehicle in great condition. I want to say thank you all so much for choosing Cross, going on this walk around with me, and I hope you have an amazing day.